Hello, hello, wildflowers. Erin here. Nice to have you. Welcome to the InPower Portal membership. I'm so happy you're here. Today we're diving into a 30-minute restorative lunar practice. So if you're new to that language, lunar is down regulating. So if you're needing to down regulate your body, I generally say at night, but you could be down regulating your body at any time of the day. And restorative is we are holding poses longer. We're gonna do a little bit of gentle movement at the beginning just to get into our bodies, but we are going to be really held up to let go. Some suggestions, we will be using some sort of prop. So if you have yoga blocks, please grab them, 1 or 2. If you have just one, grab the block and a pillow. If you have a bolster, I'm gonna be teaching with the bolster today, grab your bolster. If you're like, Erin, I don't have anything, I can't do this. Yes, you can. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go grab a blanket, a big thick blanket or a pillow or something, and you're gonna roll it up. You're gonna roll it up so it looks like a bolster, okay? And then once you do that, come back and find me. I'll give you a second. Grab your stuff. So now if you're back, my last suggestion for you is to grab just something to go over your eyes. So I have a little eye pillow here, but again, none of this is necessary other than the blanket that's rolled up, okay? So I'm gonna teach with the bolster today. We're not quite there yet, so you can just take that off to the side. If you grabbed an eye pillow or a towel or something, again, you can have that to the side too. Let's start in a wide knees child's pose. So you'll open up the knees, bring the big toes to touch, and start to slide your body forward. I'm going to teach with my head lifted so you can hear me, but what I want you to do is take your forehead all the way down like that, okay? If that's not comfortable for you, take the bolster underneath you and find comfort. When you land, shift your awareness to your breath and start to feel your inhale rise up your spine. And your exhale, slide back down towards your hips. Steady pace of the inhale, filling up the body. And the steady pace of the exhale like a wave of water washing away your day, your week, your month, your year. Keep moving like that, up and down, in and out. In today's focus, we will be opening the heart through slow and sweet movement at the beginning and some really stable, supported shapes towards the end. When you're ready to, keep the breath moving, walk your right hand forward, pop up onto the fingertips, and slide your left arm across the chest towards the right palm up, and then bring the forehead back to the ground. If you wanted to take a half bind here, you could bring your right hand behind your low back and take a couple of breaths there. How does it feel to bring attention to your heart space? And switch sides, walk the left hand forward, thread the needle with your right arm, same thing, other side, but enter without expectation. So often we expect perfection or the same or it to look and feel the exact same always. And that's just not the case. So just adjusting your body how you need and take that philosophy into the rest of the practice too. So if you need breaks, water, if you need to adjust, take that. If you want to add on the half bind, you can. Left hand behind you or onto the sacrum. Come back up if you need more time. Take more time. Walk up to tabletop position. Once you land in tabletop position, what I want you to do is just start to take slow, sweet circles with your body. Slow and sweet. You can close your eyes, let your body move where it wants to, move intuitively. When we're working with the heart, we're working with the element of water. It's feelings and it's emotions and it sometimes feels really messy, right? Start to go the other way. But within the messiness of our emotions, within the messiness of our feelings, picture a waterfall, like fast water, right? It's a lot. there's beauty in it too. So throughout this practice, if you're a little bit tense in your heart space, or you have been, know that some emotions might come through and up, and you're in a safe space to hold them, and all is welcome. Come back to center. Flip your fingertips around so they face your knees. So from the front, it'll look like this. Your thumbs will point out. And come back to table, and then this time just do little half circles. Little half circles side to side. Our hands and our arms are connected to our heart chakra. So we want to create space in all parts of the center in our body to feel our best in this space. And depending on when you find your way into the power portal, we're currently in the middle of a pandemic. So a lot of our hearts have closed. Closed out of fear, closed out of resistance. Stop what you're doing, come to sit on your heel, shake it out. This is a really gentle practice to start to open again. Now what I want you to do is find a comfortable seat. I'm gonna sit on a bolster. It's sometimes nice to elevate your bum a little bit higher than, I'm gonna put this behind me so I don't forget about it. Higher than your knees so your joints feel good, okay? If you don't like this way of sitting, sit on your shins. That's okay. We're gonna open the throat a little bit. So I like to do this with my eyes closed. Take your head up and over to the right. Breathe down the left side of your neck. Closing your eyes brings the attention further in. And you might start to even move the chin a little bit. You might go up and go down. Explore your body. Go up, left, right, back down again. And then if you find a sweet spot, and by sweet spot I mean like a spot that's really talking to you, you can pause, walk your left hand wide. You can keep it wide with the fingertips down, or lift your arm and imagine it was like seaweed. And by that I mean really slow and ebby and flowy. And explore the spot on your neck with breath. Unclench your teeth if they're clenching. And take your hand back down, come to center. You might roll out the shoulders a couple times, or just take a sweet moment in the middle. And then alternate sides. Lift your head up and over to the left. Eyes can go closed once again if they opened. And then you might start to explore with a little bit of movement. Now I know personally in my body, that's the only body I've really felt it in, so I'm speaking for myself, but I know one side is extremely tight. So this side I feel it a lot more. Now if you're experiencing that too, a little bit more resistance on side to side, odds are it's the side that's feeling more resistance is the side you use more. So if you carry groceries, babies, you try to be the grocery hero, you know, put all the groceries on the arm, go up all the stairs, it's that side. So all it means is there needs to be a little more love happening here, so really lean in if this is your side too. And then when you find one of those hot spots, you might walk your right hand wide, find stillness with the actual neck, and then you might float it. Oh baby, that might be enough. Or you might start to move your arm. Start to move your arm in different directions and patterns. Noticing where the movement goes. And when we're in these really deep, intentional stretches, global sensation, A-okay. Targeted pain, we don't want that. So if you start to feel that, back off. It's not about intensity in this practice. Those are the solar practices if you're seeking that today. And then come back to center, bring the head to center. You can roll out the shoulders, shake it out. And then start to come into a cactus shape in the arms. Spread the fingers. Breathe in, open up the chest. And then breathe out, round your body. Bring your forearms and palms to squeeze. Inhale, open up your body. Look up, lift up. Exhale, round your body. Forearms, palms, squeeze in. One more time like that. Inhale, open it up. And then exhale to round. Back of the heart. Come back to center, relax your arms. If any of you are sitting cross-legged like I am, let's just switch halfway so we can create healthy habits in our bodies. We always have a preference side, right? And we're gonna go a little deeper into the shoulders. So I'm gonna show you 2 different directions of this one. So I'm gonna show you this way first. So I want you to reach your arms forward and then hook your right elbow underneath your left elbow. And then I want you to draw a big X. And when you do the X, you're feeling intensity up in the shoulders, simply grab the shoulders. If you have more space, find Garudasana arms or eagle arms. You can take your forearms together or your palms, okay? But you want it to be gentle, and then reach the elbows forward, lift the chin up so you're protracting the shoulders. This might be enough, breathe into the upper back, or start to lift the fingertips, and then lower the elbows. And then lift the fingertips, and then lower the elbows. Notice my spine's not moving. You're really isolating the movement from the shoulders and the chest, right? We're getting into our heart. And if you had the shoulders, it would just look like this. Same, just a little tiny difference in the arm variation. Breath is smooth. Maybe you close your eyes to bring that attention back inside. Pressing your sit bones down into whatever your bum's on. And reaching the crown of the head up. And relax that down, roll out the shoulders, or just take a moment in the middle to notice. So often in fitness classes and movement classes and yoga classes, we're so quick to run off to the next thing, but restorative is so opposite. The lunar is so opposite. So just noticing. And then switch sides, reach your arms forward, hook the left elbow under the right, maybe grab onto the shoulders, the forearms, or the palms. And then do it again, reach the elbows forward so the upper back is rounding, because what we're looking for here is a massage happening in the upper back and then in the shoulder blades, okay? So once you get there, fingertips will lift or elbows will lift, and then down. And then lift and then down. And then moving up and down as you go, breathing into the side body or wherever you might be feeling it. And if you didn't have the forearms, it would just look a little something like this. And relaxing through the tongue, the teeth, the jaw. And when you feel ready, let that go, relax. We're going to shift a little bit more into even slower movement. So if you're newer to longer holds, know that we're holding things. We're holding things for 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be here with you, so don't worry. And I'll give options as we go for certain things, okay? So you wanna grab your bolster or your block. And if you have only one block, you're gonna use your block underneath the shoulder blades on the middle or the lower level. So I'll show block first. You're gonna kind of touch where your bra line is, and that's where the block's gonna go. And then you're gonna roll over the block. Take your arms by your side, stretch your legs out. Now, if you have a pillow, you can take it under the head, or your other block can go under your head. For my yogis who are like, I love supported fish, let's do this. You can do this. You could even do this. You could do this, you could do this. There's so many options. It can look different, because I want to mention that because when you get in, you want to find your sweet spot, because we're hanging out here. And you're not going for full intensity, you're going for relaxation, so you want about 40%. If you have the bolster or your rolled up blanket, put it along the spine. Come about a fist distance away from what it is, if it's this length, and then start to roll down. And then again, you'll kind of naturally feel, you'll be like, Erin, this is not comfortable. So start to slide up and down to find your sweet spot. What I want is an open chest. Start to send your arms out by your side, palms face up. And then start to stretch your legs out in front of you, or keep your feet on the floor. For those of you who want a little bit of a hip opener here, you could take the soles of the feet together, open your knees, and just allow gravity to start to work its magic. You can close down the eyes. This is where you could take your cushion, pillow, put it over your eyes so you can really go inward. That's up to you. Feel it out. Depends on what time of day you're doing this at. And then just let your body begin to melt. There's nothing you have to do. There's nowhere you have to be. except exactly here with me in this moment. Letting your jaw relax. Your teeth, maybe a little space between them. You don't need to rush to find your sweet spot if you haven't yet. That's all good. Take your time. And then commit. Tension around the heart beginning to dissolve. Is there anything else you can let go of here so you can even relax more? Maybe that's the bum into the ground. Maybe that's the feet into the earth. Creating space for your heart to feel. The mind wanders, which it will. Can you remind yourself to be here, come back to your body. Be in the now. Where else can you let go? For about 10 more breaths here. In our longer hold shapes, notice your need to fidget. Is the fidget coming from an actual physical discomfort? Or is it coming from the discomfort of a thought? And if it's coming from a discomfort from the thought, can you stay here and come back in? Find your breath. For about 3 more. Now, if this is feeling really great for you, as it does for many, you can stay here longer. Just meet us when you're ready, or pause, find us when you're done. If you're ready to move with me, I want you to be really slow when we transition, like almost like you're removing a baby, okay? We're gonna take some moments in the middle here. So plant the feet down onto the ground. Reach your right arm over your head and roll over to your right side in fetal position. Once you land in fetal position, don't worry about the bolster just yet. Just be in the moment. How do you feel? Let your body integrate. And then if you need more stillness, I'll always offer stillness and movement between the shapes. If you need more stillness, you can stay here for a moment or two. If you want a little bit of movement, you can come up into tabletop and move like we were at the start. Different days, different bodies need different things, so just listening. And for those of you who haven't started to move yet, you can come meet us. The bolster can now move horizontally on the mat. If you have a block for this, I recommend it on the lowest level. You might need to put a blanket over it. It might be a little too hard where we're going on the rib. You'll see what I mean in a minute. If you have the blanket, same thing with the bolster. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Put it horizontally. And I want you to come look like a mermaid goddess and sit on your left side and flutter your feet over here. So the legs are on the side, and that your left rib, actually we'll do it like this. Lift your left arm up, hold your left rib with your right hand, and then draw it forward a bit so that your chest is facing forward and the rib is facing the cushion or whatever it is there for you. And then start to take that, keep that alignment, and wrap down over the cushion to send your arm long and place your head on the arm. Now, some of you might need something underneath your arm to make this situation up here a little more comfortable. Go ahead and do that. Now, this is option 1. We're seeking a little bit of length on the right side. Option 2 is bring your right arm overhead. You'll immediately feel more length there. Option 3 is to start to extend your legs out so you kind of look like a candlestick. But the thing I want you to try to avoid here, because we are in a restorative class, is having to use your core to hold yourself up. So that might actually look like bringing the leg forward a bit. So wherever you land, take your time to get in it. Feel the length on the side, start to breathe. And the armpit should be somewhere over top of the cushion or whatever you're on. But you can see what I mean now. If you have a hard block, that this might not be the most comfortable. So just making it a little more accessible for yourself in any way. And you can close down the eyes. To breathe in and out of your nose. And allow your body to now be held up by whatever you're on. Same thing, gravity is doing the work here. Gravity is the effort. You're the ease. Reminding your mind to move with the breath. In and up, down and out. Where else can you let go and relax a little further? Notice if your body is feeling different things. Sometimes when we really let go, the emotions start to seep out a little bit. Don't try to hide it, bring it out, let it flow. Ten more breaths as you are. Tongue softens. Your last few. And if and when you're ready to lift up, just press your right hand into the floor. Slowly come up. You can sit in a seated child's pose, wrap yourself in a ball. If you want to move your body, you can take your hands behind you, do a little sway of your legs, but if stillness, you want to get into a little egg. And maybe just rock. And when you're ready to switch sides, we can switch sides. I'm just going to flip so we can see each other. So adjust yourself. You can stay the same way. Just flip the way your body is so that your right thigh now is against the whatever you're leaning against. I always feel like this is a mermaid shape because you see the mermaids on the rocks like this. You can lift your right arm up. Use your left hand. Draw the rib cage towards the bolster so that when you start to wrap the side body around it, it's landing on the rib and not the armpit. And then you can start to lay down all the way, again, grabbing household items if you need to fill in the space here at all. And then you stay like this. This is the most gentle variation depending on your body. Or you start to reach the left arm overhead so your palms touch or somewhat touch. And the final option is to start to play with your legs a little bit. So you're creating more of an elongation on the side. So if you go into something, you're like, whoop, went a little too far, you just come back. No worries. The first few moments in restorative are wonderful to get comfortable because we're holding them longer. So don't rush. We rush too much already. This is not about that today. You can start to breathe into your body, knowing both sides might be a little different. You can close your eyes back down, going inside. Dropping back into the heart space. Allowing the left lung, the left rib to expand. And again, as you let gravity work its magic. The mind wanders or takes you in multiple directions. No worries. Just be here. Come back to my voice. Come back to your body. Some days our mind moves really fast. We're just allowing the body to give it permission to slow down. Breathe. About 10 more breaths where you are. Where else can you soften and let go in this moment? What tensions have you been holding around the heart space that are no longer yours to carry? When you're ready to, you can start to lift back up, again slow and sweet as you do. Taking the feet to the floor, maybe coming into a movement or stillness. So whether you're moving or being still, just take your time. And then when you're ready to come all the way up, you can. We're going to come to lay down now. And from here, what you can do is either use your cushion or your bolster, and I just want you to take it underneath your legs. And then you can come all the way down to lay. You can do it like this, or you can come into the diamond shape we did earlier, clap the bottom of your feet, and put your legs down. And just take one hand onto your heart, one hand onto your belly. Snuggle your shoulders down your spine. Just hold your breath. Hold your heart, not your breath. Don't hold your breath. Breathe. Breathe smoothly. Hold your heart. In and out, up and down. As you let the back of your heart be held up here and the front of your heart. Totally supported by you, by the ground, people, places, things around you. Just breathe in and out, up and down, allowing any final remnants that no longer belong to the heart to be washed away, creating space for you to be you. Wait about 10 more breaths where you are. Where else can you just be? Maybe the hips, maybe the part of the body that's under the hands, the eyes. If you want to stay here longer, you can. You can pause me, keep going, and come back when you're ready. If you're going to come with me, start to rub your hands up and down, connect to your heart portal, and ask yourself how you desire to feel today. And when you have that answer, that feeling, bring it over the heart, plant it in like a seed, and take that into the rest of your day, whatever that looks like. Take the time you need here on the floor. I'm going to leave us here today. Just be slow and sweet. Thank you for being here and showing up for you. The Queen in me honors and sees the Queen in you. Namaste.